Hello, everyone, and welcome to this edition of the OCNJ Local, your podcast for everything happening here in America's greatest family resort. We're your hosts, Dominick Dougherty and Drew Fasy.
And we are your local guys.
What's up, man?
How are
you?
Dom?
I'm good, dude. I'm good. For those of you that don't know, I kind of sprung it on Drew today. I didn't do any pre-show, rolling totally live. And if you're watching this on YouTube, you'll love Drew's face as he tries to keep his composure as to what the hell is this guy doing to me.
This was all planned, wasn't it?
On my end, it was 100% planned. I'm going into this shit hot, and I'm going to put Drew on the spot because that's what the people want. They've spoken, Drew, and we must listen. We must listen.
I'm a planner, as you know.
That's right. But you know, like they said, we were too clean cut. We're too clean polished. So now we're just going to fly off the cuff. Have a little fun today.
All right, let's go.
As we should, man. It's summertime. The living is easy. Unless
right.
You're on vacation in Ocean City, then it's aggro central. But if you're not on vacation in Ocean City and you live here, life is good, man. I don't even know what time of day it is anymore. I love it because it's light for so long. I'm like, wait, what time is it? I have no clue.
Yeah, we're just 10 days or 2 weeks shy of the summer solstice, and the days are long, and we're in that little lull period between Memorial Day, when everybody in the world comes to Ocean City, and then for 2 weeks when school's still in, it's busy, it's crowded, but it's not like it's going to be in 2 weeks, that's for sure.
2 weeks, man. Kids get out on Thursday. That's like 2 days.
Yeah, there's still graduations and all that stuff. I think it's senior week now, right? Is this senior week or next week senior week? Or maybe both. Actually, I think there's two different senior weeks depending upon what school you go to.
I don't know.
I think we're in one now and one next week, and then it starts to really pop off.
That might explain all the trash that was in the front yard of the Airbnb down the street from me. The one that you just painted and did all the floors in and made look real nice. I walked my dog Lucy to school this morning because it's her last week at the primary school. And there's just trash all over the front lawn.
The front lawn?
The front lawn, trash.
You're kidding.
Not kidding. So, it's an Airbnb. Like, what do you expect? They're the lowest of the low on the totem pole in summertime. You can't expect them to make trash into the trash can, Drew. That's a big ask. It's a big ask.
This is true. So on that topic, I'm going to start with my first shout out.
Look at him just going right into the programming. Right into it.
The first we can stray afterwards, Dom. I like to plan and be prepared, but I am flexible. My first
flexible
shout out
like a steel beam.
My first shout out is to a true native. He's one of the top dog natives in today's world, Dom.
Oh, man.
Yeah. So this past Friday, I attended a ceremony at the Ocean City Fire Department at 6th Street. It was a ceremony for the retirement of Charlie Bowman.
Charlie Bowman.
Charlie Bowman.
He might be king of the natives.
Well, I think I may have used that exact term when we had the mayor on.
Okay. So yeah, because he would be king. He was elected king.
Yes, he was elected king.
Well,
exactly.
Well, he might be the mayor might be considered the president of the natives because he was elected. Charlie, I think, was born into the family. So he might actually be the king.
He may be. You might be right. That's a good.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I do.
He was just there. He is so native. He is so native. This is how native he is, that he can ride his bike on the boardwalk whenever he wants. That's how native he is.
Without question, without even getting a sideways glance from anybody. No. Because he exudes nativism.
Yes.
So if you're an Airbnb and nobody in this town, you would look at Charlie and Jen riding down the boardwalk and say, "Okay,
Yep.
I'm cool with them." I'm
same,
not.
same thing when Charlie is surfing too. Like the C parts, the foamy spongers that are out there on the lessons, or the fat guys like me, they would just get out of his way.
Yeah, you don't drop in on Charlie Bowman.
You can't,
You
because
don't.
he's catching every wave anyway. Between him and his
So-
brother, you just get out. You're just like, I'm done. I'm out.
So
And rightfully so, because they are amazing watermen. Hands down, some of the best watermen anywhere in the world. I will give them.
not just surfing, but yes, water.
Yes.
Yeah.
Water. 100%, dude. And
So
Pretty
aside
good dudes.
from going to college, Charlie has lived his entire life in Ocean City. He was probably born on the kitchen table. I don't know that for a fact, but he was probably born on the kitchen table in the family.
or on the beach on top of a surfboard. That is a possibility.
That's another possibility.
Yes.
So Charlie served 38 years in the Ocean City Fire Department. And all kidding aside, his list of accomplishments, accolades, awards, but it's not about awards for Charlie. If you know Charlie, he's not about awards. But what he has done in that period of time and the Ocean City Fire Department is truly impressive. And not just with the fire department. I mean, you look at him, his wife, his daughters. What an amazing, just solid family, good people, always giving back. They're very involved in the church. Charlie and Jen were co-chairs of the after prom for 10 years. That's a lot of work. They're just great people. But his career, 38 years in the fire department. I mean, he ran the beach patrol. He probably ran the beach patrol when you were on the patrol, right?
I have a funny story about working with Charlie Bowman.
So did you get a pink slip with his signature on it?
No, it had Foglia's signature on it.
Oh, right.
Foglia had been the chief. I was there when like the fire department first started taking over, and that's when like they kind of pushed it on Charlie because he was
During
you're the
during
only
the Bud Knight administration.
Yeah,
when
you're the
Bud
only
Knight
guy
was
that
mayor.
knows how to swim. You take the beach patrol. You figure it out. You like the beach, Charlie. You do it. So he loved it.
Did a great job. By all
Did,
accounts,
man.
he did a great job. And that's just one aspect of the many, 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 many things that Charlie did during his time in the fire department. So shout out to Charles Bowman. He gave, so at his ceremony, of course, you had the mayor. Not only did the mayor give him a piece of the boardwalk, the mayor gave him a golden ring from the merry-go-round. Now,
Wow.
as we discussed, I'm a little pissed. I won Citizen of the Year. I got a piece of the boardwalk. I didn't get a gold ring from the merry-go-round. I'm going to have a little chat with the mayor. Anyway, we had the mayor. We had city council give him a proclamation. We had the county commissioners give him a proclamation. We had State Assemblyman Antoine McClellan, Ocean City born and raised, give him a proclamation. We even had Congressman Jeff Van Drew give him a proclamation. It was a very nice ceremony at the fire department. And Charlie gave a very sincere, emotional, moving retirement speech.
He's been writing it for like 7 years, at least.
Could be.
I remember
it was really nice, and
a planter caught on fire on my front porch. I won't say it wasn't me, but someone in my house was put one of their cigarettes out in this planter, and
at Ben. Ben at it again.
It was most likely Ben, probably Lucy maybe. But so my planter caught on fire. Thankfully, like this guy walking by was a volunteer fireman and saw it and picked it up and stomped it out. But Charlie ends up showing up at my house. And he's like, dude, your house was on fire. And I looked at him and I go, Charlie, you're still a fireman? Like you were going to retire 5 years ago. And this was like 2 years ago. But no, he's like, what are you doing, dude? So.
Yeah. So big shout out to Charlie Bowman, and hats off to you, my friend.
I wonder what's next. I wonder what do you do after 37 years of fighting fires?
He's got his captain's license. I think he's going to be driving the tiki boat out there.
Man.
Or something, one of those boats.
Wow. Yeah. Good for him.
Yeah.
Good for him.
Another quick shout out while we're on it is Doozy's place opened up.
Flexible.
Yeah. Doozy's place opened up. Did I mention Doozy's place before? Because we did the episode on breakfast, but Doozy's place was not opened yet. They are now open, and I am hearing rave reviews about Doozy's place.
Very nice.
They are at First and Asbury, correct?
Yep.
Next to Cousins, right?
Yep, next to Cousins.
Yeah. First and Asbury. Doozy's place, the Robb family. I'm hearing great things. I also, for your son, I think that's my last shout out until I remember something else that I want to shout out, right? Like I always do. But this is for your son, dog of the day. Ben wants us to bring back dog of the day. Dog of the day, I have two. I have Ollie and Merlot.
Oh, man.
Two French bulldog puppies who I'm definitely going to put their picture up on social media. I fell in love with these dogs the second I met them. They are just awesome little brother and sister French bulldogs. So Ollie and Merlot, I hope Ollie's doing well.
Yeah.
What else you got, Dom?
I don't got any shout outs, man. I don't got to shout out anybody. You know, I'm just here, man. It's summertime. I'm trying not to lose my shit over people parking in front of my house every Thursday through Sunday.
You got to go back to Coach Zen, man.
Dude, I know. I'm trying.
You just chill, dude.
Working on it. At one point, I decided, I was like, you know what? Like, I'm just going to enjoy it too. I'm just going to use it, abuse it, and enjoy it the way everyone else does. Except the main difference will be I will try to be as nice as I can to everyone who is working and having to deal with the people who are abusing it, and not.
That's a must.
Not treating the people with any kind of respect that are just like, you know, the people are just like.
Tips go up for me this time of year. Kindness goes up for people in restaurants and service industry. Yeah, you have to push it to the far end, because you know there's people pushing it to the opposite end, right?
Yeah, I mean, I haven't been up there much. I've only gone to the beach one day so far, and it wasn't too bad. It wasn't overcrowded or anything. That was Memorial Day weekend. I think I went to the beach. Yeah, and then the last weekend, not this past weekend, the weekend before that, we did the triathlon. And last weekend we went up to the NovaCare complex to the Phillies, to an Eagles camp. That was pretty cool to go in the NovaCare complex, like the indoor Eagles facility.
Right.
That's really sweet.
Good camp, huh?
Really good camp. Solid camp. Good coaches. You know, fun to just watch for sure. But no, this is it now. Now I'm back. Now I gotta start to intermingle with the visitors. You know,
well, as you know, you were up at the Eagles camp. The junior Raiders are having 4 Sunday morning clinics, and at Tennessee Avenue on the new turf, and
Still
I
haven't been
showed
there
up.
yet.
I'm sorry.
I still haven't been there yet.
Oh, that field is off the hook nice. I mean, that field is awesome. So I show up, and there's a couple guys there working out, and I happen to recognize the guy. What the older guy's older? He's 30. Um, um, he is a professional football player. I met him when Aiden was in high school. He did a workout with Aiden on long snapping. Aiden was a center, wanted to try long snapping. Didn't want a long snap. Aiden he wanted to be a center. So whatever. Anyway, he worked out with this guy, Joe Fortunato. He was a Linwood Panther. He played for Mainland. He went to the University of Delaware and was a 4-year starter at long snapper, converted from quarterback to long snapper in college, and has been trying to get picked up by the NFL. He's been on 6 or 8 different teams, but just hasn't landed. And he's hoping he's going to land with the Texans this year.
Dude, they have a good team.
Yeah, well, long snapping is a different deal. Running backs get signed to 5-year deals, and quarterbacks get signed to 25-year deals or whatever. Long snapper is kind of a year-to-year gig. So
25-year deals.
You know what I'm saying? You try to lock them up for long term at big money. Long snapping isn't like that. That's a year-to-year kind of deal. So Joe is hoping to get picked up by the Texans, and I hope he does, because he's a really, really good dude and an unbelievable athlete. Unbelievable. We were watching him work out. He's a long snapper. I can't even think about, wide receivers and running backs and linebackers, how impressive they are. But so good luck, Joe. I hope you make it on the Texans this year.
That's cool. We'll have to keep an eye out for him, definitely.
Yeah. And he came over and talked to the kids. Not often the kids get to talk to professional football players, right?
Yeah, definitely someone who's out there putting in the work. That's one thing that I think everybody in general doesn't really appreciate. Like, you see these guys, these athletes, men, women, every professional sport, for a very brief window of what they actually do. You don't see the majority of the time that they put in. So good for them that they actually got to see what it takes to even possibly make it, not even be guaranteed anything.
Right. Right.
Here's what I'm doing to try, just hope to get a chance, so I'll have to tell my kid about that when he says he wants to play games. Yeah, man, just put in some work.
Put in the work, buddy.
Dude, man,
summer. Right, so you ready to go into? You ready to get into some beach etiquette?
No, I'm not. I'm not talking. We can talk about beach etiquette. I want to talk about the summertime and what's going on here.
You're just messing with me tonight. So you don't want to talk at all about beach etiquette?
I mean, we can. We can get into it. I don't think we need to talk exclusively about that. There's a lot of stuff.
No. I have 10 things. 10.
Yeah, no, we don't even need to talk about 10 things. There's one main rule for beach etiquette, but we'll save that for later. So
let's hear it. Come on, you put it out there. Let's hear it.
No. We'll save it. It's a little tease, Drew. It's a tease.
All right. So what, you want to do beach etiquette on another episode?
No, we'll do it right now, but we'll do it quickly, and we won't have to lay everything out and be all polished. Remember, we're trying to go just shoot the shit here. That's what we're trying to do. That's the format that people liked. They found it. We got many more comments are yo, that was pretty funny. When you were hangry and I need food, I gotta go. That's what people want. They want the real Drew.
They don't like Drew being hangry.
They want the
you're
real
not going to
Drew.
get it, because I made myself a couple hot dogs for dinner.
Hot dogs,
good stuff.
Nice.
Yep, good stuff.
No, man, you got to talk about summer. It's summertime, man. Summer is here, and summer started off.
I'll tell you what, the sun. You can tell we're close to the solstice, because man, the sun is hot.
Dude, yeah, man. Hot. I planted my garden last weekend. Of course, I waited until there's no rain in the forecast for like 10 days to plant my garden. When this whole June, beginning of June or end of May, beginning of June, it rained like at least once a week. Now there's like no rain in the
It rained
forecast.
7 days a week from January to May.
Yeah, that's what it felt like. But
It did.
now it's hot, man. I agree. It was hot today.
Sun is just, you can feel it. Sun is really, really strong.
That's good, man. You know, keep people on the beach, get people down here. You know.
So which one of the beach etiquette rules is
trying to
about umbrellas and cabanas? Don't block my view.
Right? Well, I thought you're not allowed to have. I thought you can't have cabanas anymore. I thought you can't have tents. Like they don't let you have the pop-up tents anymore. Is that an ordinance?
People are bringing them down. Nobody's getting arrested for putting their shade of choice on the beach.
Yeah, but I thought there was like rules to it now. Like you can't have like a giant like 10 by 10 pop-up tent, you know, or something like that.
I vaguely remember something about that. You're
yeah, because
right.
I saw it in Wildwood.
There's only so much room here, man. If it doesn't apply to me, I don't always pay attention.
If you didn't research it, you didn't.
I did not. No.
Like I thought there was
would have if you told me we were dedicating the show to.
No, we're not dedicating the show anything other than the start of summer. And
but seriously, that is a pet peeve. If I'm sitting on the beach and some yahoo comes down and sets their umbrella and blocks my view of the ocean, you know, we're having words. At minimum, we're having words.
Speaking of words, I heard on Memorial Day weekend, you were out policing the world or policing the gardens. It was getting a little raucous down there. That's what I heard. Word on the street is Gran Torino Fasy was out and about.
I wasn't alone, but yes. So
the official neighborhood watch,
and it happened again this past weekend. Not the same thing, but so the kids can't be on the beach, or nobody can be on the beach after 8:00, right? The last couple years, they were on the beach at 10th Street, having their kegger, right? And they'd have to be off the beach at 11 or whatever. Well, they can't. They're enforcing the 8:00 no beach. So the kids are finding other beaches. Well, one of them is the Longport Bridge. And Saturday night, Memorial Day weekend, somebody called the cops on them. So the cops came down and flushed them off the beach. There's 250 kids roaming my neighborhood, bothering my dog. That's the biggest thing for me, right? I'm all good, but you wake my dog up and my dog starts barking, I'm not happy. So, I go out and there's kids. They're throwing beer cans on my lawn and, cursing and screaming. Just disrespectful little so-and-sos. You know what I mean? So, we had some words.
Well, where do you want these kids to go? Where do you want them to go?
I want them to go by the bay at 8th Street.
Yeah, they can't. There's nowhere to hang out down there. You go down there, and it's like, you got giant homes. And
no, look, I have no problem with the kids, the kids hanging out. Here's the problem I have. And this is a biggie. Every night that they've been down on the beach, not only at Longport Beach, but over at Sea Spray, they're leaving hundreds, and I'm not kidding you, hundreds of cans and bottles on the beach, just spraying them wherever they finish them, they drop them. I'm not cool with that, man.
No, that's not.
And those beaches have cans.
No one likes dirty. No one likes dirty beach. True.
Nobody likes a dirty beach.
Yeah.
Throw your shit away, man.
Yeah.
Come on.
That's an easy one. I'll agree with you 100%.
When
we would party down there.
My main issue.
Yeah.
Well, when I was a kid, if we were partying on the beach or partying in the woods, wherever it was, we took our stuff with us. We would bring trash bags and bring our stuff with us. Why? Yeah. Because we didn't want the cops to know where we were partying. So we didn't get caught. These lunkheads, they were down there Friday night and left 8,000 beer cans. Well, guess who shows up the next night? The cops. Yeah, no kidding, you dopes. So then they're flushed. I mean,
I'm just laughing because it's so true.
It is so true. They're dopes.
Yeah.
No, zero common sense, zero self-preservation.
You know what? They probably text their moms and said, "Hey, can you go and pick up the beer bottles for me down here at Sea Spray?"
Right, exactly.
So
that's my big issue. Hey, you want to get down on the Longport Bridge and party? What do I care? But clean up after yourself, and when you're leaving,
don't wake up
have
my
a
dog.
little respect for other people. Just a little.
That'd be amazing, wouldn't it? But that goes back.
Honestly,
to
I don't
agro
even
vacation.
care that much about the respect. Clean up after yourself.
Yeah,
there's absolutely no reason to be on the beach drinking beers and just drop them wherever you want to drop them. That's just not cool at all.
No, I agree. Good night, Luce. Got to clean up after yourself.
Yeah,
if you're gonna party, number one rule. And obviously, if you leave evidence, it's not going to go well for you. It's not going to go for
you. Yeah. This
know,
past Saturday night, these lunkheads start a bonfire under the bridge.
Don't start it under the bridge.
Who cares? That's fine. I could care less. It's probably the smartest thing that they did.
The smoke goes under the bridge. Like
they're knuckleheads. But here's the thing: they couldn't put it out. They themselves had to call the fire department.
Sand puts out fire, Drew.
What?
Sand will put out fire. You can put sand on a fire and it'll go out.
Dopes. Every single one of them.
Speaking of Charlie Bowman, one time we were having a bonfire on the beach and Charlie Bowman was there just hanging out. And he just gave me one of these.
Doesn't want to know. That's the way you approach it, sure.
It's a native response. But no, he I can say that now that he's retired. I can divulge that story. But
allegedly that happened.
True. It might not have been him. It might have been somebody else. Now that I think about it. But my question is where do you want these kids to go? Because when I was growing up,
Sea Isle, Wildwood.
You can't go to Sea Isle when you're 18, 19.
Upper Township.
No, you're not going to
come. How about the woods out in Upper Township? Go there.
But it's not Ocean. They're not Ocean City High School kids. They're kids from like all over.
Dom, let me tell you something. I saw hundreds of kids that night coming past my house. I know a lot of Ocean City kids. Not going to suggest that I know them all, but I know a lot of Ocean City kids. I did not see one familiar face. Not one.
That's what I'm saying. It's kids that are coming from not necessarily like PA or wherever, but it's like the other local municipalities.
That's what I'm saying. Go to Upper. It's woods. Go out in the woods.
Do you want to drink in the woods in the summertime? And that's the whole thing that led to the incident on Memorial Day weekend. It's kids coming from other local municipalities and doing dumb shit. Like it's not our kids. It's not the people that are visiting here. It's just other kids from other places that are just doing dumb shit.
Right, like coming from Upper, coming from Summers Point, coming from Northfield, right? That's what you're talking. EHT. That's what you're talking about.
Yeah, like that Mays Landing, like that area. Like
go to Upper Township. Go to the woods in Upper Township.
The incident on Memorial Day weekend was like Pleasantville, AC, Mays Landing. Those kids all coming here and settling a beef on the boardwalk. They arrested that kid the other day, actually.
And they already had their eye on that kid for other offenses. They just couldn't find him.
Well, they got him. And
so that was crazy, right? But not as crazy as social media portrayed it.
Yeah,
like the news, honestly, because the news got it wrong too. So that
Yeah.
they made it seem like the kid who was stabbed was, innocently walking down the beach eating his funnel cake, and a group of other kids jumped him and beat him up, and somebody got stabbed. That's not what happened, right? It was two groups who were going to the Ocean City boardwalk to face off. It was planned. It was they knew what they were going for, what they were going for, why they were going, and
Yeah.
and they got into it, and it ended up with one of them pulling a knife and stabbing another one, right? And then you had the stampede of kids, and the stampede was tied into that fight when it had nothing to do with that fight. It was a completely different time. The stampede was
I thought the stampede was the day before.
No, it was the same night. It was the same night, but the news outlets and social media had them tied together, right? Or tried to tie them together, where the fight broke out and then kids were running down the boardwalk. That's not what happened. The stampede was a TikTok challenge. There was five or six kids who started it.
Nice.
And all the kids went running down the boardwalk, and they ran off most of them ran off at 12th Street. Well, those kids hung around, and as the kids were coming back up on the boardwalk, they tried to start it again. The cops saw what was going on and shut those kids down.
So
none of it was really as bad as the national news portrayed it.
Yeah, because I went to unfortunately, my uncle passed away, and I went to his funeral the Friday after.
Sorry to hear that. Weekend. I did not know that.
Yeah, he he was a good dude. He was a South Jersey guy, involved in mostly in like Wildwood and that area. But he passed away. God rest his soul. He's not suffering anymore, so that's good. He wasn't in good health. But I went to the funeral. I saw a lot of family members I hadn't seen in a while, and they were all asking me about it. Like, what happened? What's going on in Ocean City? Like, what's this place like? I'm like, that, dude. It is what it is. And I think, from what I heard from my inside source was that it wasn't as bad as it was the year before. Granted, there was the stabbing, which is obviously, there wasn't that the year before. However, in the summer of 2023, they were sending like one cop to a fight call, and they were going all night long, the whole weekend. Whereas, this summer, this Memorial Day weekend that just passed, they had like an hour and a half, 2 hours of craziness, and then everything went back to, the way it always is.
Yep.
And
yep.
I think that, I know he didn't give you a golden ring from the merry-go-round when you got Citizen of the Year. I think, personally, like, I think the mayor could have stepped it up and been a little bit more forceful than, just putting out a statement where if you don't want to behave, then don't come. Like, I look to what the mayor from Margate did with the whole Jason Kelsey incident, when that woman reamed out Kelsey and Kylie when they were trying to go to dinner at Stephen Cookie's. He came out and was like, yo, not what we stand for. Sorry, I understand the importance of your night alone. Come out, dinner on me next time. Like, make an affirmative statement. I know they had a press conference the day after talking about what they did and that kind of stuff. Like, the press, like, that didn't make the national news. Your statement did. Your first statement, your initial thing is what people are going to remember. And I think, taking a little bit more ownership and taking a little bit more like, hey, yeah, this happened. We're on it. This isn't what we stand for. This isn't what's going to happen. And we're going to maintain the safety that people expect when we are here in Ocean City.
You don't think that they did that at the press conference? I thought that's exactly what they did.
Yeah,
not only the mayor, but the police chief and
at the press conference you did. At the press conference you did, that wasn't on NBC6 and all the big, news outlets. The only thing I saw in the news outlets was that first initial statement. So like,
yeah, they covered it. I saw it on Philly News.
Yeah, I didn't
Yeah.
see it on Philly News.
Well, I saw it, and be that as it may.
You know,
Um,
I think the one thing that stood out to me was from my inside source was that the police chief that night actually put on a uniform, not like his dress blue, like a patrolman's uniform, and was going out and answering calls. Like
really?
that's what's up. That's what's up. That's
Wow.
what's up.
I hadn't heard that.
That is making a statement. That is saying, hey, I'm not going to tolerate this. Not only that, but I got your back. Like
That's exactly the statement I made when I went outside on Memorial Day, Tom.
I'm sure.
I'm not
I'm
going to
sure it was very
tolerate this.
similar.
It was exactly the same. I am not going to tolerate this.
Man, to have been a little bird on a tree to watch you making that statement would have been amazing. You know what? We need to.
At one point,
I need to subpoena
there's two kids who said, "Which way do I go?" And I said, "That way, out of my neighborhood, and don't come back."
Now, you know what? I might need to subpoena your Ring doorbell camera footage from that night, because I'm sure there's quite a few Ring doorbells that have you going full Gran Torino in your front yard.
Now they're kids. I wasn't, I wasn't threatening anybody or anything like that. But I was protecting my hood, man.
I want to see it. I still want to see it. I still want to see it. For sure. That could be an episode in and of itself. Drew's Ring cam.
It was pretty good stuff, I have to say. There was pretty good stuff there.
Oh man. This is where I got to teach you how to live stream, and you could have just live streamed it. And
it could have been an episode. 100% would have been our
we would have been viral. We've been done. We wouldn't have to do this anymore. It would have been old man goes crazy on teenagers in Ocean City, and you would be a TikTok challenge. You'd be a meme. You would be everything, Drew. You would be.
Yep.
Oh man, we missed it. Viral moment.
It was good stuff.
No, man. So everybody doesn't know already, Ocean City's back to normal. No more chaos. No more craziness. Everything is what it is. Yes, there are still a lot of teenagers on the boardwalk. They have nowhere to go though. So where else do you want them to go?
This past weekend, from the accounts that I've heard from boardwalk merchants, it was business as usual on the the world famous Ocean City boardwalk.
But it's a shame though. Like there's no little bungalow apartments that people can rent for like $1,000, $3,000 a summer. They're all gone. They're all giant McMansions.
Yep.
Huge. But no, man. Father's Day this weekend. What are you doing for Father's Day? What are you gonna do?
What am I doing for Father's Day? I have no plans. Yeah,
I don't either. My family's like, "What do you want to do? What should we do?" I'm like, I might go down to the beach, So, but and so hopefully on the beach, my number one beach etiquette rule for this weekend will be just be cool. Just be cool. That's it. All you gotta do is be cool.
Just be cool.
Like, if you want to play some music, great. Sounds like a good time. You and your friends obviously need to hear it. 5 blankets away, don't really need to hear it. That'd be my big thing.
All right, I'm gonna break for a second, Dom. There's one beach etiquette that I have to cover.
What? What is this?
It's about scavengers. You ready?
What are scavengers? I've never heard of this. This should be interesting.
Don't ever, for any reason, do anything to anyone for any reason ever, no matter what, no matter where or who you're with or where you're going or where you've been, ever, for any reason whatsoever, feed the seagulls.
They're not even seagulls in Ocean City anymore.
That was my Michael Scott quote, by the way. If you didn't catch the reference, that was Michael Scott.
I did not catch that reference. I'm gonna have to go find that one. But no, there aren't. I don't think there are seagulls in Ocean City anymore.
There are seagulls, my friend. There are seagulls. There's still seagulls.
Not
The
like
Hawks are doing their job up on the boardwalk, but the scavengers are still on the beach.
dude. Benny had a baseball game in Wildwood, and Lucy and I went and got some Bruni's pizza in Rio Grande, and we were going to eat it on the beach. And literally, we sat on the boardwalk, we opened the box, and we got back in the car because there were probably 30 seagulls attacking us. Seagulls were sitting on top of my car, like waiting.
Is that right?
Dude, they were insane.
They
were
don't have Hawks and
savages.
Owls in Wildwood, do they?
No, that they need to get them ASAP.
Was this a different trip than the Brunies that you delivered? So there you go. There's my next shout out, Tom. My shout out is to you, my friend. Twice you had games down county, and you brought Bruni's pizza back twice.
Listen, if you make the trek down there one day, anybody, and you are getting off in Wildwood, make a right and head into Rio Grande, and right next to the Joe Canals Liquor and the Dairy Queen, there's a Bruni's Pizza. Highly recommend it. Very, very good pizza.
Bruni's Pizza, if you're not aware, is from Hamilton. They only sell pizza and drinks. They only sell pizza. They don't do stromboli and cheesesteaks and anything else. Bruni's Pizza is, should I say, Tom, the best pizza out there?
That's tough. That's a hard call to make.
It's one of the best pizza pies you'll ever have.
Yes, that I will 100% agree with. Speaking of good pizza, Bakeria 1010 opened up in Ocean City. I haven't been yet.
You haven't been yet either?
No. I saw them post something of their sandwich sampler, their sub sampler, or whatever they call it, the hoagie sampler, or whatever. I don't know what you got to call it down here. But holy shit, Drew. That looked amazing.
So they opened Memorial Day weekend. And I get why you would do that, right?
Yeah.
How do you pass up Memorial Day weekend when you have 180,000 customers on the island?
Yeah.
Didn't go well. And the owner posted an apology on social media, and he's going to make it right. And I'm sure he will, because he's got experience, and
he makes damn good pizza. Damn good pizza. I used to go over to Linwood to get it. It was good pizza, man.
I stopped in at the Promenade. Promenade or Promenade? Promenade.
I don't know.
Food court.
Promenade. Food court.
Promenade. And early, when it might have been their first week open, and it was early in the day, so not all the restaurants were open, but the pizza was open, and they had a buffalo blue chicken specialty pie. And I had a slice of that. It was banging, Dom.
Devon and John Luca holding it down up there in the pizza.
John Luca was there, yeah.
John Luca's making the pizzas, man.
John Luca, I'm sure John Luca made the pie. It was something.
It's good stuff, man. It's a good spot. I think everything's open there now for the most part. Yeah.
And they were on the weekends. I was up there during the week, and it was kind of early in the day, so they were probably just starting to open.
Yeah, I think that's all fully up and operational. It looks like I think almost everything's fully going, 7 days a week now up there.
Yeah.
If not,
South End is open.
Okay.
They opened a little bit behind their main store, the 55th Street location.
Yeah, if they're not open this week, they'll definitely be open after next weekend, because that's when schools are out, you can get help more often and that kind of stuff. Gotta wait for that.
Right, and that's part of it, is that the kids are out of school so they can work.
Yeah,
if they're in school, they can't work.
No. Well, I don't know. Who knows? These kids nowadays, they only got to go to school half the day if they have enough credits, and then they can leave whenever the hell they want. Would have been amazing. But they're also leaving their beer cans all over the beach, so who knows what the hell they're learning. Freaking nut jobs. So, yeah, man. I mean, it's here. It's crazy. I want everyone who comes to visit to slow down. Please, just slow down. When you're driving, when you're riding your bike, when you're walking, when you're about to yell at somebody who doesn't know how to serve you, or it might be like their third day on the job and they're still training and they're like 15. Just take a deep breath and realize you're on vacation, bro. Chill out.
I'm not on vacation. I'm just going.
Yeah, man. We're not. We're trying to work and live.
Yeah.
And survive.
And I still, I'm just, it is what it is. I'm not going to change anybody. I'm not going to
Unless
school anybody on how to be a better driver or better pedestrian or a better bicyclist. So why bother?
But no.
Right?
Yeah. I mean, don't feed the seagulls. What else? We can school people about how to be a little bit nicer on the beach, I think, for another minute, and then we'll get the hell out of here.
All right, so we'll be quick. Listen to the guards.
No,
right?
Don't listen to them. They're knuckleheads.
Listen to the guards. Leave no trace. Take your trash with you.
Wait, whoa. We're going back to this lifeguard things. Watch your damn kids. Lifeguards are not. Lifeguards
I
are
was going
not.
to get to that now.
No, you got
child safety. Your kids are your kids. Watch them.
Watch your kids. The lifeguards are not babysitters.
Social distancing.
I can't tell you how many times I would save a kid and bring him to the beach and be like, "Where's your parents?" And be like, "I don't know."
Right. Well, they're dumb kids, you know.
No, they're not dumb kids. They're kids being kids on the beach. Their parents are back there, you know.
Well, that's what I'm saying. His kids are going to be dumb. The parents have to be a little smarter.
You know. Well,
so listen to the guards. You might think you're Michael Phelps or Leah Thomas, but the lifeguards have to watch, you know, a whole beach filled with people. So listen to them, right? You think you're Leah Thomas, right?
I'm faster than her.
Social distancing.
Whatever it is.
Use the COVID 6-foot rule at a minimum. Don't park within 6 feet of me, man.
See, but that doesn't apply everywhere. You can't apply that everywhere. Like if you're going downtown.
Yes, you can. Yes, you can.
Drew.
Yes, you can. Don't park within 6 feet. Are you set? What? Because beaches are crowded? Go to a different beach, just like you talked about earlier. You don't want to go to 8th Street because it's too crowded. Go somewhere else.
Yeah, but like, there's people that don't know any better. There's people that know, like,
that's
hey,
why we're talking about it, Dom.
Yeah, but like, listen,
we're talking about it so we educate people.
Hey, now, listen, you're coming down, you're a day tripper, because that's what's mostly in those areas, the downtown areas. You're a day tripper. You're not going to pay $25 to park your car on the boardwalk area and then go to a different beach or go somewhere else. And like, you're a day tripper, so you don't know the area, how to get around outside of that 3-block radius. You can't. That's your spot, man. You are from 8th to 10th, 11th maybe at the max, and that's it.
Don't park your beach towel within 6 feet of me. You can talk about this all day long. Stay away.
You can't do that down there. You physically can't do it. It's impossible.
Then go to another beach. I'm sorry.
And then high tide down there, there's nothing. There's absolutely nothing. So I don't know.
And don't smoke on the beach. Anything. Don't smoke anything. I don't care if it's Sunday and you always have a cigar on Sunday. Don't smoke it on the beach. Right?
I'll go with cigarettes. Yes.
No.
No. I mean, I'm saying no cigarettes. Definitely no weed. There's too many kids around. Like, you can't be smoking weed on the beach.
I'm okay with weed. It smells okay with me, but no cigarettes.
I'm not saying it, but like, there's kids around. Like, you know what I mean?
Right.
Cigars are stinky.
Yeah.
They're nice. I think something about smoking a cigar on the beach isn't bad.
No.
All right. So listen.
I hate the smell.
If you want to smoke on the beach,
you want to smoke a pipe? Go ahead, smoke a pipe. They don't smell bad.
If you want to smoke on the beach, make sure the wind is blowing west. So if you're getting bit by flies, then
you think Airbnbers are going to listen to any of this? Don't smoke on the beach. Make it a don't smoke on the beach. Period. End of story. Now another thing.
That's just listen
to awareness. Sand awareness. Don't go if I'm laying on a beach towel. Don't go running by me. Sand kicks up and blows in the wind, and don't shake out your towel. upwind of me.
So listen,
I
here's the
might have to
biggest.
kick your ass.
This is
You
the
do that.
biggest thing that you can take from this, everyone. Is if you see Drew on the beach, go to a different beach
Yeah.
because Drew has far too many rules for you to actually physically enjoy yourself
You know what?
or
Forget
mentally enjoy yourself.
all the other rules. We're just going with this one. If you see Drew on the beach, just go to a different beach. Just
Go to a different beach. Just go. Save yourself the trouble. Just go. Unless you're a native, then you can come and break all Drew's rules. And that's it.
You really didn't even have to say that, but
yeah. But for the most part, anyone listening to this, if you see Drew, just
go to
don't even put your stuff down. Just get back in the car, drive a couple blocks, park again,
and do it quietly.
Do it quietly.
Do it quietly.
All right, everyone. On that note, this has been the OCNJ Local, your podcast for everything happening here in America's greatest family resort. We're your hosts, Dominick Dougherty and Drew Fasy.
And we are your local guys.